Dear NFL player, today I would like to show you and explain to you why you're being fried from EMF. If you look at this here pole, um, if you go to the top of the pole, you'll see that there's two wires on the distribution system. Well, the top one takes the current to our homes and farms and whatnot, and the bottom one takes the current back to the substation. Well, as you can see, that bottom one, they're grounding it to earth with a ground wire. And the National Electrical Safety Code says that a ground wire is for fault protection only. Well, they're hooking that ground wire to a current carrying conductor. In America, we have both the single phase and the three phase. And the picture I showed you was the single phase where the bottom wire is grounded to earth. Well, on the three phase, there's four wires and it's still poorly designed. They're grounding that bottom wire that takes the current back to the substation. They're grounding it to earth. Now, the utilities had an independent company do a study for them and learned that 60% of the current was leaking down that down ground on their pole and taking the earth back to the substation, completing the circuit through the earth. We were allowed to log their system and 80% of that current was missing on the wire. Now here in Green Bay, when it freezes out, the current stays on the wire, and EMF, the magnetic fields around each wire cancel each other out, so you get a magnetic field like that. When it rains out, the earth is an easier path and a lot of current leaks off of their system, and you can measure EMF 500 feet away from the power lines. And there's plenty of examples that I give in the past, but when that current leaks off, and you can measure EMF 500 feet away from the power lines, that is correlating with how you perform on the field. You take the Jacksonville Jaguars, they in 24 they got 62 inches of rain, and their record was 3 wins and 14 losses. And also in my book, The Missing Wire, I say that if it stays dry and in freezing temperatures, Matt LaFleur could get his Super Bowl ring. Well, what actually happened was we got dry temperatures through the whole NFC North, and who won the most games in the NFL? The NFC North. And all them South teams in the South got all kinds of rain, and they did not have a good record. So it's correlating with the performance on the field. Another example is that January 24, when Green Bay went to Dallas, they got the second most rain in recorded history. Green Bay had freezing temperatures. The current stayed on the wire. They weren't being fried. Dallas was being fried, and then also, and look what happened. Green Bay went to Dallas and embarrassed them, and also Mike McCarthy got left go in Dallas because of his wet weather losses, and the same thing in Green Bay. He got left go in Green Bay because of his wet weather losses. Thank you very much, Russ Allen, author of The Missing Wire. Thank you very much.